The movie starts with a soldier writing a letter expressing the importance of his work and service to the homeland. No matter the mission, the goal is always to return home. Always. Then we see the same soldier parachuting alongside his teammates, SEAL Team 7, better known as the Bandito Platoon. We'll see much more of them. For now, we travel to the city of Manila, Philippines, to see an ice cream cart moving at an alarming speed through the streets. The children are hungry, I suppose. The ice cream cart arrives at an international school at the same time as the US ambassador to the Philippines, whose son studies there. As soon as the ambassador and his son approach their car, the ice cream vendor leaves as if nothing happened. I see what. The ice cream cart was nothing more than a disguise for Abu Shabal, a Chechen terrorist committed to jihad. After the assassination of the ambassador and the children, he hides in a fighter camp in Indonesia. From a military bar in San Diego, Lieutenant Rourke Engel and Captain Dave Nolan learn about the attack. To change the subject, Rourke reveals to his companion that he's expecting his first child. Dave celebrates it grandly, assuring him it will be a wonderful experience, as he is the father of several. In the next scene, set in Costa Rica, we meet Dr. Lisa Morales, who is in charge of caring for the children of a remote village. The children are delighted by the arrival of Mikhail Trojkovic, a drug dealer nicknamed Christo. As a good drug lord, he is adored by the small communities that had suffered from the government's neglect. It's no coincidence that Morales has her eye on him. Actually, she's a CIA undercover agent working with Walter Ross, another agent. They share the info they've gathered on Christo. It's that he has ties to a Southeast Asian terrorist cell. The head, Abu Shabal, is his childhood friend. Both agents have been in Costa Rica so long they hide in plain sight. Maybe they shouldn't have. The next day, they open the door of their room to a food delivery person, unaware that they were letting the enemy in. Ross is shot immediately, while Morales is beaten and then kidnapped. Back in the US, the Bandito Platoon celebrates Rourke's future child on the beach with their families. This is where we formally meet each team member. The sniper Wayme, the communications operator Ray, the strongman Sony, the fighter AJ, the smiling Mickey, and the veteran Miller. As you see them smiling and playing among themselves, they are also genuine killing machines in the war zone. As their next mission is just around the corner, Rourke asks them to leave their personal matters at home, as they can't afford to be distracted out there. Rourke himself has a huge issue at home with his pregnant wife, although he promises her that he will return safe and sound to her. If both of you are wondering about your mission, you have to infiltrate Costa Rica and save the people. Morales, who is confined in a camp in the middle of the jungle, no matter how much they beer, she maintains her facade. But she won't be able to hold out much longer, and after the respective field report, the Bandito Platoon jumps into the Costa Rican jungle from a plane using the halo method. Already on solid ground, they await the SWCC units, who work with the SEALs for maritime extractions. Once the boats are in position, the Bandit Platoon advances to the enemy camp, where Wayme and Rourke, as his observer, sweep the area. There are many guards, but they have never faced SEALs before. Through the water, the soldiers advance into enemy territory, while Wayme silently clears the way for them. When he shoots the guard in a tower, the guard drops his canteen. The nearby enemy are alarmed, although the soldiers quickly put them to sleep. Upon breaking into the compound, the squad encounters no resistance, just pure silence. Too much, I would say. Mickey is injured in the surprise attack, but the rest of his teammates manage to turn the situation around. While the foot soldiers finish off the guards, their sniper shoots the poor devils trying to escape. Free of threats, Dave and company reach Morales, who doesn't look good at all. He needs medical attention as soon as possible. With the promise of returning the house, Dave prepares for the extraction, which will not be easy, as the enemy send a rapid response team. With no other option, the soldiers get into a camp truck to make their escape, while Wayme and Rourke advance on foot through the jungle. When the going gets tough, Wayme does his thing. Reunited, the bandit squad advances to the extraction point, only to be surprised by other cars filled with enemies. Mickey wakes up then, only to find one of his eyes has popped out. Luckily, his companions stabilize him. When they reach the water, SWCC boats rescue them, obliterating the mercenaries with heavy artillery. Mission accomplished. With morals on his lap, Sonny cheers him up by showing they also saved his phone, full of evidence on Christo's crimes. On the other hand, Javal leaves his hideout to visit a clandestine factory in Ukraine, owned by his friend Christo. Although the drug lord is not there to receive him, he left a representative who explains to Javal that they are working on vests created with a very light gel that is invisible to sensors. The joke is that this gel is highly explosive, and we already know how much terrorists love to immolate themselves for their cause. With one of those discreet vests, they could enter the very White House without raising suspicion. Then, Javal goes to Christo's hideout, who tells him to lay low for a while, as the CIA is tracking him. Javal bursts with indignation upon hearing that, reminding him that his neck is also at risk, and yet he continues with his work. Despite his fondness for him, Christo does not change his stance. His henchmen will finish their project in his name. Returning to the bandit platoon, Miller tells his superiors that Morales had more interesting information than they thought. Javal seeks to bring jihad to the US, while Chris provides the routes for smuggling drugs and people to the same country. A perfect business. While waiting for new institutions, Rourke hands a letter to Dave. If something happens to him, this letter must be delivered to his future child. Dave, confident everything will go well, jokes he'll make the letter a paper airplane. Later, AYAI and Ray are deployed in African waters, where they are provided with a small submarine to discreetly approach the coast of their Somalia. There, they witness an arms deal involving Javal. The curious thing is that most of the terrorist crew are Filipinos, not Africans. After the enemy plane takes off, AJ and Ray inform the base that their target is now heading to Mexico. Still on the assault ship, Dave asks Rourke what that thing is that he always carries in his pocket. With great pride, the lieutenant shows him a United States flag that belonged to his father, and to his father before him. Soon that flag will be in his son's hands. Meanwhile, somewhere in the South Pacific, Christo was enjoying his golden retirement on a yacht until SEAL Team 4 knocked on his door. In a lightning operation, the soldiers overrun the yacht's guards and those who tried to escape. Miller, reassigned to the platoon, deals with interrogating Christo. The trafficker plays hard to get, believing his mountains of money will get him out of this situation. On top of that, he boasts there's no way to stop Javal's plan. Together, they will make the Twin Towers attack look like child's play. Faced with the threat to his country, Miller loses patience and shows he knows where his wife and daughter live. He'd never touch them, but there's still doubt. Because of this, Christo agrees to reveal Javal's plan. Imagine 16 radical jihadists equipped with highly destructive bomb vests, scattered across the largest cities in the US. Well, it's happening now, and Christo wasn't exaggerating when he said there was no way to stop it. Similarly, the bandit platoon ventures onto an island off Baja California, where Javal and his henchmen are allegedly hiding. In deep silence, soldiers search each hut for terrorists, but find a mother holding her baby. The woman screams in fear, waking her husband and the other men on the island. Remember, stealth is optional. In the battle, the soldiers face both terrorists and Mexican criminals alike, turning the island into a war zone. In the midst of that, a terrorist tries to take down an Allied helicopter with a missile launcher. Fortunately, the helicopter dodges it and then returns the favor. The thing is, he wasn't the only one with rocket launchers on the island. That was close. With no enemies in sight, the soldiers find evidence of what Christo had warned them about. There's a new suicide vest on the market. While they eliminated several terrorists, Javal escapes with the 8 remaining Filipinos. His plan continues. According to US intelligence, the terrorists will enter their country through a tunnel near the border, known for smuggling operations. Therefore, the bandit platoon joins forces with the Mexican Special Forces, led by Commander Pedros. He warns them that they will have to be very discreet on the mission, as that tunnel is located in narco territory. It wouldn't be a surprise if they are protecting the jihadists. As a precaution, Special Forces head to that area in construction trucks, with soldiers hidden inside. When the facade is no longer of any use to them, the commander speeds up and crashes into the entrance of an abandoned milk factory. That's where the tunnel is located. Upon hearing the gunfire, Cheval and his men hurry towards their destination, although he leaves a few behind to cover their retreat with explosives. Rourke and Dave enter the factory while their companions face the narcos outside. As they advance, they come across a Filipino woman that Cheval left behind, just to die. He does the same with another woman, whom he convinces that she will reunite with her husband in heaven. Dave and Rourke run into her, and she's equipped with a bomb that was close again. Believing the worst was over, the soldiers continue advancing until a Filipino surprises them with a grenade. Rourke is the only one who notices. He couldn't be saved a third time. Upon seeing this, Dave breaks formation and tries to revive his friend, but he's asking for the impossible. At least he can avenge him. Dave and the special forces reach the tunnel entrance, where they confront the narcos. In the end, when only Dave is left standing, Cheval appears and shoots him to pieces. In his agony, the soldier says goodbye to the last of the jihadists, ruining Cheval's plan. Something tells me he's a little upset. Dave, you will return home. But a part of him has died forever. In the US, Lieutenant Rourke is laid to rest in a funeral with full honors. His wife receives both the standard flag and the one he carried in his pocket. From beyond, Rourke sends it to his son. By the end of the funeral, only one person remains in front of the coffin, Dave. He was the one writing the letter at the beginning, dedicated to Dave's son when he's old enough to understand that his father was a hero. And that's how this great movie ends. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and thanks for watching.